I do believe that if something did happen, the Inquirer, they're not playing anymore. Like, they're really going out and getting these stories. So I think that if
we have to sell papers though too, and so I mean, and let's it's so funny that we kind of departed from our normal relationship thing, but really we haven't, because business, politics, everything in the world is about a relationship.
Yes.
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
I mean, we're still on the same page. We're still absolutely on the same page. So, anyway, you were saying?
So my question is, let me just play devil's advocate, and let's assume that he had this affair. Like, let me say that this affair did in fact happen. And, knowing just how things work in the world, is it better as a relationship person, and, would it be better for him to say, you know what, my private life is my private life, and who I have sex with and when and where, that's my business, and it's nobody else's unless I choose to share it with you? Or, and not ever answering the question, and I'm again saying that he did in fact have this affair? Or would it be better for him to just say, I did, and I dealt with it, and move on?
I mean, sometimes honesty is the best policy. I mean, depending on what the honesty is, I mean, do we really, at this point, we've got oil washing around, the entire world. We've got some other things going on. We've got bombs in New York in Times Square, which I'm sure you all are aware of. We have so many other things going on. Do we really have time to get bogged down in, Barack's sexual exploits, even if they don't exist? This comes at a time, again, back to my original point, is that they want to sell papers. Readership is down. We all know this. Nobody reads the paper anymore. You get it online. You get it, it's free news all the time. So, I mean, to sensationalize, something that might have happened in 2004 because somebody went into a hotel room and maybe stayed an hour and a half, that really doesn't, at this point, it has no credence. It absolutely has no merit whatsoever. At some point, I think it would have to be dealt with. But in this moment, the priority is not who Barack's knocking the boots with or not knocking the boots with.
Well, you know what?
The boots.
Well, we know how the Inquirer is. They like I said, if there's any legs to this, I guarantee you the operatives are out right now.
TMZ is going to break it.
Exactly. Like everybody, exactly. We know that everybody is all over this story. So if something is out there, it's going to be found. So we'll let that marinate. And I
think that speaks to what you said earlier. It's like you said a perfect phrase before. You said that how things work in the world, and that's because things are pushed around in the world, so society will follow the markers that are placed there. So if we all want to read stories about, Sandra and Barack and Jesse James, we will, and they'll put them out there and they'll sell them for them. They keep sensationalizing every single aspect of it. So it's like, all right, if we want this, and I know this sounds all peace and love, but if we want the world to be different, then we have to show it. We have to put it out there.
Absolutely, we do. And getting caught up. I mean, for those. Like my great friends over here at Unfiltered, and, for us, we're not just sitting around bashing people. If we want to have an intellectual discussion, and, because, we are intellectual people, we have deep trains of thought. If we want to engage in that, then fine. But, Unfiltered, neither, boysuck.com, is really about bashing people. We might bash issues, which I think is fair, but we're not really about bashing people, because at the end of the day, that's not helpful.
Right. Yeah. Well, speaking, this was a good conversation to have. I'm glad we had it. The website is boysuck. That's BOISSUQ.com. That's boysuck.com. What do you have going on there this week?
Oh, let's see. We've got a few things going on. Let's see. Well, I mean, of course, there's always the articles, but the one thing that I definitely want to make your listeners aware of is that we've launched our Facebook page.
Nice.
So, that's just another way to get another dose of Boy Suck. We have the website, which thank you for promoting that. And then also, you can catch us on Facebook. And what's happening on Facebook is just an opportunity to bring up other things in kind of a timely fashion. So, as it hits versus waiting until the next morning because, we publish every morning. But I want to make people aware of the fact that they can come and hang out with us on Facebook, and let's get this love thing going. Let's get this love thing straight.
All right, listeners, you heard that. Boys Suck is on Facebook. That's BOISSUQ. And you know what? We are going to let this Obama stuff marinate. We'll check back in with you and Keli in a couple of weeks, okay?
That's right.
I hope so.
Ooh, hey, Miss Goody, before you take off, what happened with Halle Berry and her boyfriend? What happened? I just read something today.
He woke up. I hear that there's a little bit of strife in paradise.
Okay.
I think anytime you engage in a relationship with a young man and have 2 children and choose not to, make that a nuptially bound relationship, it may cause problems.
Nuptially bound. I like that.
Yeah, nuptially bound relationship.
Nice.
And I think it may be causing a few problems. Plus, we already know Halle. Oh, I said we don't bash people. Well, it is speculated that Halle Berry may have a few little issues of her own.
Yeah. "Quote unquote" screws loose. Okay.
Right. I didn't say it, but I heard from Wesley, David, and Michael Ealy that perhaps she's not all there.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I've been waiting to ask you that question all day, so I had to sneak that in. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the lowdown. Well, not the lowdown, because it's not like I can call her. I'm about to text her right now. Hey, Halle, what's going on? But definitely, things happen when we can always get out of the relationship. When there's always an out, either one of us can leave at any time.
True.
I mean, it always creates issues. Now we have children. Now we have this. Now we live together. Now. When we don't do things in a good order, let's just say, an intended order, then we tend to have problems, as you see here.
Nuptially bound. I love that.
Well, we're very orderly here, and we know that we check in with you every 2 weeks in an orderly fashion. So boysuck.com, 2 weeks from now, we'll follow up on all of this good stuff, okay? You have a good week.
You too. We'll see you.
Take care.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Well, we're running out of time. I got my favorite section of the show, One Story. Let's do this.
What the?
I know times are tough. It was really tough for somebody in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Happened to actually be a stripper. Get this. Pennsylvania woman is facing insurance fraud charges after authorities say she worked as a stripper while collecting workers' compensation payments. The state attorney general's office said 43-year-old, Christina Gamble of Quakertown collected thousands of dollars in insurance payments while working at CR Fanny's Gentlemen's Club and Sports Bar. According to a complaint, Gamble claims she fell and hurt her back while working at a restaurant in 2007 and told a doctor it was difficult for her to stand or change positions. Authorities say she received more than $22,000 in disability payments the whole time. She got herself into a lot of positions, stripping, of course, because we know that's all those strippers do. They don't do any extracurricular
Well, those clothes
stuff.
were confining her so she could really move. So when she disrobed, she was able to loosen up a little bit.
I suppose. Well, what she probably needed was some of this. It could have kept her out of trouble. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Kaine's words of wisdom.
Stay on track towards making your life. You may already be there. Wait, did I say that right?
That sounded really confusing.
I know.
But I'm hot right now.
What?
I don't know what's going on, but that made absolutely no sense to me. Try it again.
Wait. Stay on track while making your life worthwhile. You may already be there. So if you keep going in the route that you're going, don't question. You may be right there. You might be really close.
You know what?
And if you're not, you can refocus, reevaluate, and go down a different path.
I'm still utterly confused.
You confused?
So I just think I need some
It might be the
of
right
that.
road, man. If you stay on track, you might be on the right road. You might be 2 steps away from reaching your goal.
Okay. Well, I like that. Well, my goal is to get out of here in the next 45 seconds because I'm about to melt. I'm on the phone with HR immediately after this. Now, We heard about these people suing people. I don't want to have to
Right?
sue you, CBS.
We can
but
liken it to
Lil
like
Ern-
sweatshops. How about that?
Sweatshops.
And I got the rings to prove it.
Exactly. We are Unfiltered.
That's right.
We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means we're going to be back on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So, you know what? Tune in and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the show. We're back Wednesday. I'm Lil Ern.
And I'm Kaine.
And we are Unfiltered.
Nice.